Hi, literally 2 seconds ago I made the other video, but here goes. We are on day 2. I have my little package here. This is my yarn advent and we're going to have a good look at it. We're going to see what the yarn is, and as I mentioned before, I'm going to make a little project depending on sort of the colourings, because I really do not know what the colours are that are going to be in these yarns. So we're going to go top down, real quick intro here, get this yarn opened and get onto a little project which you will see on the thumbnail, so you can join in with me if it is something that you would like to make. So I'll give you, like I say, I'll put all the links for the yarns and the person who makes it, all that sort of details will be there, and we'll have a chat about it as I have a look. So we're going to get on with day 2. If you are enjoying these videos, which I know they're a little bit weird and I've thrown them together a bit now, which I really do need to catch up. I was really bad. I've got so much to do. And time is ticking down to Christmas Day, so good job it's only 12 days of Christmas, this yarn, otherwise I don't think I'd get to Christmas Eve the way I'm going at the moment. So please join me. If you do enjoy, as I say, please like, subscribe and share. You know what to do, and I'll see you in a second top down with day number 2 of my advent. I will see you in a second. Hi, I'm back with day 2 of my advent, even though I'm on day 3 and I've only just done day 1, but we'll get there. As you can see, I've still got the packaging on the table. If you watch my first one, you'll know what this is about. And as I mentioned before, in case you've not seen it, the products are from Fairy Realm Yarns. Absolutely gorgeous yarn products. Totally recommend. She's on Etsy, and this is a gorgeous little hand painted sachet she sent me also as a gift, and my little stitch marker. Now I've got to wind up the other ball because, as I say, I'm doing these 3 back to back, so I'm really sort of confusing. I hope I don't get them back to front, that's the only thing. So I'm just going to open the second one with you guys so you can see what yarn I've got, and I can work out which of the projects I've got in mind are going to work. So I could see number 2 was over there, so we have number 2. And let's see if I can open this a little bit easier. I don't want to cut anything because obviously it's yarn. Oh, look at that colour. Oh, how pretty. How pretty is that? That is absolutely lovely. Now, you might see a tiny glitch there. The postman knocked on the door. I swear everything is against me trying to get these videos out today, but important things had to come. So anyway, we just started looking at this. Again, we have that beautiful little sparkle. I hope you can see the sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? I think you can. I hope so. And again, beautifully soft. I love these mini skeins because they're so perfect for little tiny projects, and because I do a lot of doll projects, it's even better. But for little Christmas items, how lovely are they to make little decorations and things. Oh, it's coming undone. I do need to get it wound up, and we will get on with our second project as soon as I've done that. But obviously you will just see it back to back. So I will see you in a second or two with our second project. Here we go with ball number 2, and look how pretty that has wound up. Absolutely gorgeous it is. So with this one, again, I was playing like I did before and sort of had to go at some double knit patterns to sort of see what I would be making. We're getting a bit of a shadow there. And I came down to a little butterfly. Now, this isn't fully finished off. This was, as I say, it was like a practice one ready in preparation because I didn't know what colour yarns I was going to get through, but I think this one will look quite nice for a butterfly. It's like a double layered butterfly. It is so easy to do. We will do a bit of finishing off details on the one we're going to make, but this was just my prototype. And that is why I have this, because when I've made it, I want to fold it over and I want to make it look like it's sort of got some little antennas and things like that. This is a crochet cotton. You could use an embroidery thread, you could just use another piece of yarn, you could use whatever you wanted for that side. That's just that I do love this black crochet cotton I've got for using for detailing. We have a 3mm crochet hook, and I have a pair of scissors there. Again, we don't need a stitch marker for this one because it's very simple to do. So we're going to start with our slip knot. On we go. And we're going to start with 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And again, I know I say this every time, but not everybody watches all my videos, so I have to sort of repeat the odd thing. This is done in UK terms, so you do need to be aware of that. We're going to join into that very first one with a slip stitch to form a little tiny loop. So carefully tighten up your first bit, and then make sure you know where the loop is. It's there, you can see it. I know that sounds obvious, but it's so easy to go in the wrong bit, so I just wanted to point that out. Now, hang on, let me get the right bit. and we're going to be working into that loop. So first of all, I want to do 3 chain, 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to count that as my first treble. I'm now going to do another treble into that ring, so we have 2 trebles there. Okay, I'm going to do 2 chain, 1 and 2, and I'm going to do 2 more trebles into that ring, 1 and 2. So there you can see we have the equivalent to 2 trebles, 2 chain, 2 trebles. I'm now going to do a 1 chain, and then we're going to do that combination again. I'm going to do 1 treble, 2 treble, 2 chain, 1, 2, 2 treble, 1 and 2. So that gives me 2 sets now with the 2 chain in between. So 1 chain, that denotes we're now moving on to our next set, and we need 3, well, I'm going into granny square mode, we need 2 trebles even. 2 trebles, 2 chain, 2 trebles, 1 and 2, and 1 chain. Okay, so we now have 1, we have 2, we have 3 sets. That's not enough, we need to do some more. So off we go again. We have 2 trebles, 2 chain, 2 trebles, 1 chain to finish it off. We still need more. So at the minute we have 1, we have 2, we have, it's hard to count, you have to be careful. Watch this, because remember there's 2 trebles, 2 chain, that's 1 set. That 1 chain is just the end of it, so that's 1 set. So that is again 2 sets, 3 sets, 4 sets. Now you might need to push or pull the work around a little bit because you don't want them overlapping, so keep an eye on that. So off we go again. We have 2 trebles, oh, nearly dropped it, 2 trebles, 2 chain, 2 trebles, and 1 chain to finish it off. So that's 5. We need a little bit more yet. Off we go again. So 2 trebles. It does feel a squeeze, this, I must admit, but you do need to squash it all in. 2 chain and 2 trebles, 1, 2 and 1 chain to finish it off. Because you can see it's starting, can you see how it's starting to gather and everything? That's okay, we do need that because it does make a difference when you fold it over, because otherwise you don't get the shape. I know it feels like you're really squashing it in. So I'm going to double check again. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, and I have 6. We've still got more to go. In we go with number 7. We need 8 in total. So this is number 7. 2 chain and 2 trebles, 1 chain to finish it off. Okay, so that was 7. We need another one, another set. 1, 2, 2 chain, 2 trebles, 1 and 2, and 1 chain to finish it off, and then we're going to slip stitch join into the top of that very first 3 chain, you know, the one that was equivalent to our treble. So now, as I say, we look like we've got a very squashed set of stitches. It's okay, it will work, it does work like that. We now need to get into our first set of 2 chains, so we need to find it first. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? It is tricky to see this one, so you do have to make sure you count. So that's the equivalent to my 2. So this is my first 2 chains. So I'm going to slip stitch into it. Right, and now we can start with a little bit more of the pattern. We're going to do 1 double crochet. I'm just reading my pattern to one side here. 1 double crochet, 3 trebles, 1 double crochet into that 2 chain space. So off we go. 1 double crochet, then 1 treble, 2 treble, and 3 treble, all into that 2 chain space, and 1 double crochet. Okay, so you can see the shape we're getting. Now remember we did a 1 chain space in between. That is important now because I just want to do a slip stitch into that 1 chain space. Okay, now we go on to our 2 chain space where we do that combination of 1 double crochet, 1, 2, 3 trebles, 1 double crochet. Then look for the 1 chain space which is there, and we just do a slip stitch. So now we need to look for the 2 chain, and into that 2 chain we're doing 1 double crochet, 1 treble, 2 treble, 3 treble, and 1 double crochet. Look for the 1, and we do a slip stitch. So you can see how the combination, it actually makes quite a cute flower. You can see where the combination is coming in now. So that was a slip stitch into the 1 double crochet, into the 1 chain, correct myself, into the 2 chain, we have double crochet, we have 1 treble, 2 treble, 3 treble, and 1 double crochet. Into our 1 chain space, you know what it is, it's a slip stitch. Into our 2 chain space, 1 double crochet, 1 treble, 2 treble, 3, and a double crochet. Into the 1 chain space, a slip stitch. We're almost round. Into the 2, we have a double crochet, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have a double crochet. So we're almost there. We've got 1 more set for a 2, but there's the 1 to do first. So look for that 1. It's there carefully. I mean, if you check, you should have 2 trebles either side of it. That's how you know it's there. So a slip stitch into the 1 chain space, and into our 2 chain space, 1 double crochet, 1, 2, and 3 trebles, 1 double crochet. I think I actually got 1 more, I can't count. Right, slip stitch into our 1 chain space, and look, this is the last one. This is definitely the last one. We have a double crochet, we have our 3 trebles, so that's 1, 2, and 3, and a double crochet, which should leave us with 1 chain space, which is correct. You can see it's there. Okay, so in we go with our slip stitch, and that's it. That seems very simple, doesn't it? But there you go. We're going to cut that off. Now I need to get rid of some of these excess yarns, so I'm going to grab my needle because I'm going to use that. You could actually use the yarn to tie the butterfly into place, but I wanted to use the black so it just stood out a little bit more. So I'm going to get rid of all my loose ends. Oh, there's only 2, isn't there? So it's not exactly too bad. So I'm just going to thread it through various bits. I'm sort of bringing it towards the center when I'm doing mine. You will have your own way of actually stitching up. I'm going to run it round that bit. I'm always worried about yarn coming undone, so I'm inclined to overdo it. So I can cut that one off, and then we need this one more, which was the central one. And again, I'm going to run it round that middle bit where we started a couple of times, well, a couple of sections, not a couple of times, and fasten it off. There we go. Now, again, as I say, it does actually make quite a cute flower. That's quite good. Let's check how many of these I've had, actually sort of petal looking things I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is what I needed. You do need to have 8 because of the way it forces the wings out. So I'm going to fold it over. Look at that already with a cute little butterfly. Look how easy that was. And I'm going to use this yarn because I just want to sort of tie up this center point. Now you can go over a couple of times if you want, or you can just sort of just do the one. It depends on how strong your thread is, I think. I'm trying to keep that knot bit at the top. That's why I'm sort of... It's sometimes harder on camera because you can't hold things properly. So I'm going to just tighten it, not too much, and then I'm going to wrap it around a couple of times so you can see it. That's why I say you could do it with yarn. You don't have to do it with this. So I can properly see, yeah, that is the centre of my butterfly. Then I'm going to tie it again. I'm going to tie a knot this time because I don't want it coming undone. That is it. That is my final tie bit. Okay, so I want these two... Let me do it a little bit tighter than that. I want these two to sort of stand up as if it's like... is antenna the right word? I might be saying the wrong word there. I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking, where shall I cut it off? I will cut it off there. Sometimes you can tie little knots in the end and that works nicely. Now, I don't like the way my cotton has sat there, so I need to fiddle it about with it a little bit to sort of get it to join over. That's a little bit better. And that is it. That is a butterfly. Look how cute it is because you've got these double sort of layer of wings. Again, nice accessory, cute hair clip. Imagine that on a hair clip. That would look really nice, or on a grip or something like that, or on a hairband. Again, anything. It's just a novelty little bit of, that's going to annoy me. That. Can you see why it's annoying me? I will spend some time when I've done it myself because my yarn has come through there and I want that to be that side of my yarn, and it's going to annoy me because I like things in the middle. It would actually be easier if I just took it off and did it again, but for demonstration purposes, that's as far as I'm gonna go with that one. That works better, that side, doesn't it? So that's our little butterfly for our day 2 advent. Hope you're going to make some. Let me know if you do. You will find them, well, it's 2 rounds. It doesn't get much simpler than that, does it? So that is day 2. If you're enjoying these, please like, subscribe and share. You know what to do. Please pop on the links and have a check for the yarn that I've actually bought. I mean, this is just, while I was working with it, it was just so soft in my hands. So I've got loads left. You can make dozens and dozens of butterflies out of a little mini skein like that. So that's our butterfly. I will see you all very soon with my number 3. We're getting a little bit of shadow in the room now. You can tell it's getting a little bit darker. And I'll see you very soon. So thank you for watching and bye-bye for now.